Another trait that actually I find in so many world greatest leaders, and this is one thing that actually cuts across them. It seems to be repetitive, and it's actually what really makes the difference among us. The greatest achievers, the billionaires, the warlords, the emperors, the presidents, the CEOs, the best company, the managers, and most of the highest people that actually achieve the greatest heights of life. This seems to be something that is underestimated, and and it seems to be something that is lacking amongst people that are actually not winning or not achieving to the top. It is not focus. It's not reading books. Most people don't even focus. Most people don't even read books. Yes, there are many people that actually read books. Most people actually don't actually even have a vision. Most people actually don't have the things that are mundane that most of the people talk about. But it is one thing that actually makes the difference between the greatest people. That is thinking big. Yes, they think big. The difference between a millionaire and a billionaire is huge, but it actually relies so much in actually the thoughts that they actually really have. Some people actually have small thoughts or think small, others think so big. Like, let me say in politics, a person might actually have a wish of becoming a chairman, and another actually really wants to actually be a president. Another one in football, okay, a person like Ronaldo can be having at the start of a season a target of scoring like 50 goals or 70 goals in a calendar year, and another one in the Premier League wants to actually score like 25. So there's a huge difference. The initiative that is actually the power that they take in achieving and the brains that they actually focus on wanting to achieve those goals are different, but they might achieve the same year. In the same year, Ronaldo might achieve the goals once in the same year, and even this person of low ambitions can achieve the same goals that he actually wants in that very calendar year, in that very season. So football teaches that people start the same season but actually achieve different results from it. But one thing makes the difference between the top achievers and the lowest achievers is the ambition. It's the level of thinking, ambition, how big their thoughts are. Yeah, you might actually see a person like Floyd Mayweather, very, he can think big. He can be like, my next opponent is going to be Manny Pacquiao. He thinks not in small people and in biggest. That's actually how he actually even makes the small money, the big money is everything. If you actually put your mind to achieving small things, you achieve small things. But if you actually achieve your mind, you put your mind to achieving big things, even if you don't achieve the biggest of the biggest, you actually achieve something next to them. There's an old quote that actually goes like, aim at the moon. If you feel you lie among the stars, you achieve the stars. It is true. There's some truth to it. And necessarily, it's not actually the thing that you achieve, but what you become towards achieving it. When you set your mind to achieving small goals, even what you become is small along the way. But if you set your mind to becoming big, then your mind gets big along the way. So I've seen it through all the people, all the emperors, from Julius Caesar, Jesus Christ, Prophet Muhammad. They set very, 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 very big goals. They thought big. Let me conquer the world. Let me save the world. Let me liberate the world. Julius Caesar made Rome, liberated Rome, crossed the Rubicon, very big. Napoleon became an emperor. He thought big. Like, I can conquer France, I can conquer Europe, They never thought in actually conquering the only places around them, small places. They are people that actually thought very, very big. They thought in big, big things. Steve Jobs, yes, he conquered the world with his iPhone, and he conquered the technical space with the Apple. Bill Gates, the same. Jeff Bezos, Charlie Munger, they conquered. Take an example of a company like Coca-Cola. it's not actually a company that actually operates in a single state. It operates all over the world. It thinks the world. There are plenty of companies that actually make fizzy drinks, but they don't think like it. But Coca-Cola, it thinks really, really, really big. Take an example. Hollywood, it makes movies that actually are going to go across the world. But there are plenty other companies that actually make the same movies, but actually don't have that aspect of thinking beyond where they are. Take an example of the British colonialists. They colonized the whole world, almost half of the world, but they thought in actually expansion big. They are a small country of islands, but they managed to conquer the world. Take an example of Winston Churchill. He thought big. He thought that I can actually challenge the guy. I can actually divide the world from the terrors of Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler himself, he thought of expanding Germany. Mussolini, he thought very big of expanding Italy and beyond Italy. The Chinese, they are now conquering the world because they are thinking big, big. There is magic. There is magic in thinking big. And actually, besides the book that was written, that the magic of thinking big, there are things that actually can get your mind. It's a thought process that actually runs through your mind when you actually start thinking big. So, if you want to be worldly and actually a person of great achievement, I know starting small is good, but put your mind to big things. Think very, very, very big. It will actually make the difference between you and your mates and your contemporaries. Take the biggest seat. Ask for the biggest thing. Do the biggest assignment. Ask for that. It will make you a very different person. Do the biggest. Be the person that is known for doing the biggest things in your area or in any realm that you actually are involved into. Be that person. You'll be a great person. It will teach you lots of lessons that small things will not actually teach you. Take on big assignments. Yeah, don't fear big things. Me personally here, in everything that I do, I take on the biggest assignments. Not just to motivate you or encourage you, but that is actually how I really do my things. I always ask what is the biggest thing to be done? What is the hardest to be done? And that's actually what I really, really do. And that's actually what makes the difference between me and my mates or my contemporaries, even my friends or people closest to me. It is that. Take an example of this channel as well. I thought of something that actually can conquer the world, or a channel that can actually go beyond my home country. I really started that. And so can you. So, if you have an idea, think big, think about it, but don't think in small quantities, small thoughts. It will hinder you. It will hinder you thinking well. It will hinder you into even collaborating with people. It will actually minimize your thought process, your cognitive abilities. Humans naturally, we are cognitive misers. We underuse our brains and our thinking. But our brains are capable of doing things that we can even not even think of. Yes, our brains are so elastic, unlike our height, our color, and many of our abilities. Our brains are very elastic. They are able to think larger than life. Most people that you actually see, or even read of, or hear of, the difference that actually was between them and the people that actually never met, or we don't even know of, is that for these people, they thought big. They were not born with magical powers like they were super intellectually given. Yes, IQ differs from person to person, but IQ is something that can be worked upon, and it's something that can actually be enlarged. Your intellectual powers and your thoughts don't have a limit. You can think whatever you can from wherever you are. Yes, from wherever you are. You can be in a small country like Uganda, Liberia, South Africa, Peru, Ecuador, from wherever you are, and you can conquer the world. There are people that have actually made hits of songs from countries less known to us. There are footballers that actually come from smallest countries that have made it in life. Recently, we have been watching the World Cup. Cape Verde, a very small state. Actually, gave a hard time to Spain. So, but how? It thought big. That big mentality of thinking big. Teams come and actually they dominate football. People actually come and take on the biggest heavyweights, and that's actually how they win. David thought big and actually took on Goliath, and he eventually won. Napoleon, very young, but he conquered France. Thinking big.